Hi everybody, welcome back to kentishtownkitchen. I'm Jason. If you're like us, some days we're not quite sure what time of day it is, when we're eating, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, and meals seem to run into each other. You're also probably getting tired of staples in your pantry and cooking the same sort of idea. So I tried to come up with something that you might be interesting using things that you have already in the house. And instead of a traditional porridge, which is often sweet, I'm going to do a white miso chia seed porridge for you with some sauteed mushrooms and a little bit of soy. So our ingredients are things that you should have in the house: some gluten-free oats or just regular porridge oats, some white miso paste, brown miso paste is fine if you don't have it, some sesame oil, some soy or amino acids, chia seeds, again optional, I like to add a couple tablespoons of that, some water, some mushrooms, some ginger, which is optional, a chopped scallion, and if you have an avocado, it's really nice to serve on the side as the garnish, and we have a little bit of toasted sesame seeds. So to start, very simple, I use about 1 cup of oats to 2 cups of water. So our 1 cup of oats into our saucepan, 2 cups of water. You can double this, so if you're making this for more people, this is good for 2 people. 2 cups of water. If you want to do for big, it's just basically 2 to 1 is the right proportion. So I've added the water into the oats, pinch of salt, and I'm going to bring that up to a boil. Meanwhile, in a small pan, I've got some sesame oil, about a teaspoon of sesame oil in a non-stick pan, and into that I'm going to add 1 spring onion chopped and about 3/4 of a cup, handful of sliced mushrooms of your choice, and I'm going to saute those up, cook those down a little bit while our oatmeal comes to a boil. I've chopped a little bit of fresh ginger. This is optional. I like the zest it gives, and it's also healthy. So I'm going to add that ginger into the oatmeal while it's coming to a boil. Scoop our mushrooms. You can use shiitake mushrooms if you have them. Those are really nice. Any combination of mushrooms, really whatever you've got in the fridge to use up. This can also be, this is a great brunch, breakfast, lunch dish. It's also an elegant starter for a dinner. Followed by a nice piece of grilled salmon or fish and some sauteed greens. A little bit of a Asian-inspired meal. Okay, so I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of chia seeds into this. This also gives some texture. Stir those in. So our porridge has come to a boil, and I'm reducing the heat to medium. I want that just to simmer a little bit until it's done. It depends on what oats you're using, but 5-7 minutes is really enough. I use not quick cooking oats, I use regular oats, but anything you have will work. So that's got a nice creamy texture. Our mushrooms are looking good. Browning those up a little bit. And I'm going to finish cooking this. In the meantime, we can prepare our garnish. So we've got an avocado, which I'm going to halve carefully. Peel that. So I just cut it in half. I made a cut down the skin. Okay. And then I'm just going to slice that thinly. That's going to be my garnish. If your porridge gets a little bit thick, you can add just a little bit of water. It depends on the consistency. I like a relatively thick porridge, not too runny. Thin that out. Mushrooms are smelling nice. Okay, and then now is when you want to add into your porridge. I'm going to add about 1 good-sized tablespoon of white miso paste. Really mix that in. Let that melt into the porridge. And a couple dashes of soy. If you don't have soy, you can use liquid amino, anything. Again, the soy is salty, so you may want to test it for the, and so is the miso, so you may want to test it for seasoning. Okay, so that's mixed in. We're gonna plate that. So I'm using these little bowls I bought in Japan years ago, keeping in with the theme. I like to put the avocado separately on the plate. Give a little bit of our favorite smoked salt. And I'm gonna garnish this with a little bit of pumpkin seeds. And some of our nice mushroom mixture. And a little bit of sesame. And some salt if it needs. So there you go. That's our miso, scallion, and sauteed mushrooms with white miso porridge. A little bit of sliced avocado on the side. Great with some green tea. Hope this gives you some new ideas how to use things in your pantry. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, eat well, enjoy. Thanks for joining. We'll see you soon.